So the purpose of your group is family connections. Very good. Now that we've got that message, I'd like to speak to Donna's inner self. So I want you to close that scene and begin to connect with Donna's inner self, her subconscious mind, her all-knowing senses. So Donna, take a nice deep breath in and just step up one side, step away from your body and allow your inner self to come forward and tell me, is your inner self, does it have a male energy or a female energy? Female. Does your inner self have a name that I can call it today? Sarah. Good afternoon, Sarah. Thank you for joining me today. Sarah, how long have you been with my client? Is it this life or other lives? Other lives. What is it that you're working on together? What are you doing with her now?
Ride a horse.
To ride a horse? Is it she who rides the horse or is it you?
It's me.
Mm-hmm. And does the horse symbolise freedom?
Yeah.
Ah, so. Well, Sarah, what I want to do is I want to do a body scan today. So I want you to use your X-ray vision and just imagine that this is a body of light here on the sofa. And we're going to start at the top and we're just going to scan all the way down. So start at the top of the head and we're just looking for any vibration that we can work within the body, anything that's just not aligned right. Go from the top of the head now, down the forehead, down the cheeks to the chin and the neck, across the shoulders, down the torso and the heart, down into the tummy area, across the thighs and the hips, down the knees, all the way down to the toes. And then just take a complete view now and tell me, is there anywhere that we can work with today? How does the body feel?
Young.
The body feels young. Mm-hmm. Take a look at that body and see, is she holding on to any energy that she doesn't need now?
Chest.
A chest, right. So I'm going to make my way to that chest area. So as I come over and I connect with that chest area, tell me, I want you to go into this chest area and tell me what's the vibration feeling like in this chest area. Is it heavy? Is it light? Heavy. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to know why this heavy energy is in your chest area, so I'm going to draw it up to the throat now so that we can find out just what's going on. So I'm going to bring it up, 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 up. Energy, talk to me. What are you doing in that chest area? How long have you been there? Mm-hmm. Years. So what symptoms do you cause her? To breathe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that you're a male energy or a female energy?
Male.
You're a male energy. Mm-hmm. So tell me, have you attached yourself to my client? Yeah, I thought you were an attachment. So what's your name? What can I call you today?
George.
George. George, what made you sneak into this body? Why didn't you go to spirit?
Stay here.
What's the reason for you staying here? Why didn't you want to go to spirit?
Not allowed.
Who says you wasn't allowed? Go back to your time. Drift and float back. Connect to your story now. Drifting back to the time when you had a life on this earth. Who told you you weren't allowed to go back to spirit?
Oh,
What did you do in your life, George? Tell me about your life.
the war.
The war? Mm-hmm. Which war was that, George? What country are you in, George?
Germany.
You're in Germany. Are you fighting the Germans or are you German? You're fighting the Germans. Mm-hmm. So what made you think that you couldn't go to spirit then? What is it?
Did wrong.
What did you do wrong?
Shot someone.
Mm-hmm. But George, you were in that situation and you had no choice. That was your role in that life, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So can you forgive yourself for playing that role now? What was the reason that you chose to play that role? What did you make of it?
To help.
To help? Mm-hmm. And how do you think you fared?
As well.
You did well. Well, George, now you've been highlighted, we can take you back home to source, to your family, to your group, and you can be healed. Would you like to travel with us today? Thank you. So I'm going to come over now and I'm going to connect. George, what I want you to do is go into this heart area and collect all your memories and all your energy. Feel yourself going round, twisting all through those veins and those fibres, and now begin to pull all that energy out, George. It's time to go home with all your memories, because it's time for you to heal and to see your loved ones. And as I talk about your loved ones, I want you to see an image in front of you and tell me who's waiting for you up in spirit. Your wife. Mm-hmm. Look at your wife. What is she telling you now? Come. Are you ready now, George? So I'm going to take you from there, George, and I'm going to offer you up to the light to go back to your family, and may the light of the universe always accompany you. So Sarah, now that we've cleared this heart space, what can we put in that heart that my client needs? Does she need a colour or a word?
Love.
Love. As I place my hand here now, I call on Archangel Raphael to come down on the green ray, the spiritual green ray of love. And as he brings that powerful green ray energy down now, just feel it pressing into your heart area now. Just pouring in like a hose. Feel all that wonderful green love energy, the peace of the forest. That's right. Clearing those pathways. Bringing out that negative energy. Very good. Soaking into that heart area. And the more love you need, the more you'll get. And see that your heart is completely full now. So Sarah, what else? Have a look at the body before we go on to the questions and see if there's any other area in that body that we can work with. Or do we get to the questions? Tell me, Sarah, she has a memory about a medieval time. Why does she remember that?
Just there.
Uh-huh. And what role did she play? Was she male or female?
Female.
She was a female. And what do these memories mean to her? Why does it come up in her mind?
It's important.
It's important. What, the medieval time, or what she achieved there?
What she achieved.
What did she achieve? See her working in her role. What was she in that life? What did she achieve?
She's important.
She was important. So what are the kind of things that she would do in that life? Would she dance? Would she sing? Would she work? She would work. See her working. Did she work alone or did she work with other people? Others? I want you to see an image. See the scene in front of you now as an observer and tell me what kind of things that they used to work on. Did they used to make things or did they used to manifest things? Clothes. Very good, thank you. And I want to ask about this fibromyalgia that she has, Sarah. I want you to connect with that fibromyalgia and I want you to go right down the line of that fibromyalgia, right down to the root cause of that fibromyalgia, drifting down, down, down to that fibro there. And tell me, what was the root cause of this fibromyalgia? Stop her. Who wants to stop her? Did you want to stop her, Sarah? No. Who was it then that wanted to stop her?
He wanted to stop her.
He wanted to stop her? Who is he? See him there in front of you.
Husband.
Her husband. So this medical condition was brought on by her husband. Where does she hold this energy of her husband in her body?
Anger.
Tell me where that anger is. See her body and see that energy vibrating now and tell me, where is that anger? All over. So I'm going to call on Archangel Michael now to come down, and I want him to shine his sword of light and bring that blue ray from his sword, and I just want him to shower that blue ray light all over this body And as I continue to talk, I want you to imagine that this blue ray energy now is just showering into your body, soaking into your skin, your fibre, your muscles, healing the memory and the anger that no longer serves you. See it just diluting and fading away. All that beautiful new blue light energy showering on you now, disintegrating all those negative particles, repairing your neurosystem right down to the molecular level. See your whole body now realigning itself, activating the cells that were dormant, communicating with other cells to start the healing process. Thank you. And I wanted to know about this cycle of relationships that she has, Sarah. Why has she chosen to have these cycles of relationships? What's she learning?
Change.
What kind of things does she need to change? Is it herself or is it others?
Self.
Change herself? Are you saying into more self-belief?
Stronger.
To be stronger? Well, Sarah, how can she be stronger? What kind of things that can she do? The simple things that she can achieve to make herself stronger, Sarah. What kind of things can she do to help her make herself stronger?
Stitching.
Stitching? Mm-hmm. Is that the connection with the medieval past where she was making clothes?
Yeah.
So is that her therapy? I also want to ask about Destiny. What's the relationship that she has with Destiny, her dog?
Unstrong.
The bond is strong. Have they had lives before together?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what does Destiny bring to her life today?
Unconditional.
Unconditional love. Thank you. And I wanted to ask about her dreams. She sometimes dreams and she's not quite sure what she's dreaming about. Is she sorting out filing her memories, or is she actually dreaming of something different?
Mind.
It's her mind. So what's the message then?
Warning.
The warning, yeah? So what are they warning her about?
People.
People. Mm-hmm. So is this to step forward to these people or to step away? Step away, thank you. Does she know the people that you're relating to?
Yeah.
Will you remind her, Sarah, of these people?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell me, she's got something about her height, bridges and escalators. What's going on there? Take me to that time. What is this feeling that she has around heights, bridges and escalators?
Medication.
It's the medication. Mm-hmm. So does she need to change her medication?
No.
So how can she help herself if she's got to take this medication and she gets this feeling around? Is it making her uneasy on her feet?
Some medication. She had some medication.
Oh, she had some medication. So will these feelings of heights, bridges and escalators diminish now? No? But are they good for her? Is it a warning sign, or does it need to be removed today, Sarah?
Needs to go.
Yeah, where does she hold those memories then? Take a look at her body and tell me.
Feet.
Her feet. Mm-hmm. Feet. So what I want to do now is connect with these feet. Mm-hmm. And Sarah, I want you to come down towards these feet now. And as I continue to talk, I want you to push this sensation, these feelings that she has around heights, bridges and escalators. Stop pushing all that memory into my hand. When did this first start, Sarah?
Bridge fell.
The bridge fell. Is that a past life memory?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was she on the bridge at the time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does she need to keep hold of that memory in this life?
No.
Go and find that memory in these feet. Where is it hiding?
Burning.
Bring it to my hand now. It's burning because it needs to be removed. And we're just going to take it back up to source. And what about the heights? Is there a memory to the heights? Or is that connected with the bridge?
Bridge.
The bridge. Was she male or female in that life?
Male.
Male. Was he working on the bridge, or was he doing something else? See the image of the scene, what happened. Talk about the incident so that we can let it go. Ah, it's heavy.
Running.
He's running over the bridge.
Running away.
He's running away. What is he running away from there?
People.
People. Why were they chasing him?
To kill him.
To kill him. What had he done? Why were people chasing him to kill him? What had he done?
Kill someone.
But we don't need that memory in these feet now, do we? They're holding her back because they're clearly in the feet. Bring it to me
His
now.
job.
His job? It was his job to kill people?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he was an assassin, really? Was it a job he enjoyed or a job he had to do?
Had to do.
Uh-huh. Can you forgive him now for that? It was a role play. Let's take all this memory back home now. So I'm going to now pull that from you, and I'm going to offer that to Goddess Isis. Well, that's a lot of heavy, heavy feeling. And as I continue to talk, feel all that energy drawing out of your feet now. Every last fibre, every last memory going up, 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 back to spirit to be healed. And I want to call on Archangel Gabriel now. And as I press my hand down, I bring Archangel Gabriel, the angel of messenger, to bring new thoughts, new designs, new ideas towards these feet now. So that you can put her in the right direction and signpost her to where she needs to go. And I'll tap and seal that in. So what about the lungs? Have we managed to clear the lungs now that we got rid of that negative energy in the lungs? They're better? Very good. And this rush that she has, I want you to follow my voice, and as you follow my voice, I want you to follow the conscious memory of this rush into this body, down the veins, through the cells, and tell me, what's the source of this rush that she has? See the source of that rush and tell me, how did it begin to manifest?
Stop her.
To stop her? So what is it trying to do? What is it trying to stop her from doing?
Get naked.
To stop her from what?
Get naked.
Getting naked. Sarah, where is this memory from? Go and tap into her subconscious mind.
I won't touch. I won't touch. If
It won't touch.
nobody touch, you've got a rash.
Nobody will touch you if you've got a rash. Where is this memory from then, Sarah? Go into that subconscious mind. Find that information. And tell me, is this a memory from a past life? Or is this something that she's manifested?
Someone give it.
Someone gave it her? Who gave it her? Were they male or female?
They knew they had it.
They knew they had a rash.
Give it.
Was that in this life or in a previous life? Previous life. This rash that you're telling me that she had in a previous life, what was it called? Why is it making itself known now? What is this memory trying to tell her?
Stop getting naked.
Is this a message about the relationship that she's in now?
Yeah.
So, is this rush kind of safeguarding her subconscious mind? It comes out as a warning sign.
Yeah.
So, rather than stop getting naked, what is this sign trying to tell her about that relationship?
Not to move on.
She's got to move on.
Not to move on.
Not to move on. Will this be beneficial to her, not moving on, or are you preventing her from moving on? Are you making her stay?
Yeah.
Is this good for her, or is it good for you?
Good for me.
Good for you. So if it's good for you, it's not good for her, is it? So where do you hold that memory of this rash then from that lifetime? Take a look at this body and tell me right now where it is in the body.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.